What's up? It's your boy Kenneth Kenny, and we back with another video. And before we start this video, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and what I'm gonna do in the beginning instead of the last time, because I know a lot of people don't really stay to the end here. But we're gonna do this pick a card in the beginning. So I want you guys to take a 3D breaths before you choose and choose one of these cards, or you could choose all three if you want. There'll be a message for you. So this would be R1, pick one, R2, and three. Like I said, make sure you guys take a 3 deep breaths before you choose. You can close your eyes, get in a comfortable position. This first one says, so for those who chose card one, get the courageous Peony. This is the first time I pulled this card or seen this card, but it says multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So I'm gonna read from this book, and before, I didn't even let y'all know for those who's new to my channel, these is oracle cards. They always have a message for me. Read from this book, or most of the times you could just get a message just by looking at the card. Once again, like whoever chose Power One, this gonna resonate for you. So it's roses, pink roses, lady with eyes closed, look like she's meditating. Stars in the background, butterflies. This is definitely a beautiful part. It's crazy because as soon as I opened up the book, it went straight to the page. And I wish I had my glasses, but it's okay. It's cool. Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gift without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There is a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. So whoever chose power one, it's time to step in your power. Don't worry, don't compare yourself. Like it, do you? That's what I got out of this card. I wouldn't have chose power one, so but there's still a message in it for me. For me, even just getting the courage to do these cards on YouTube. Like there's a bunch of pick a card readings on YouTube, and I've been wanting to do it, but I'm like I don't want to be that dude who's doing tarot cards or oracle cards. I always looked at that as a more of a feminine thing, but I usually work with the divine feminine. Like I'm more of a feminine energy. I'm a Pisces, so if anybody know about that, that's a water sign, emotional, mysterious. So hey, like I said, this ain't about me in particular. So, but for those who chose power one, like it's time. Like I said, it's time to step in your power. It's time to do what you've been called here to do. Like the card said, peony doesn't try to be like a lotus. I didn't say lotus, but said it doesn't try to be like a cherry blossom, and a cherry blossom don't try to be like a tulip. So we all have our individual gifts. We all have our individual um, things that we're great at, or we're good at, that we love, our hobbies. So whatever it is that you want to do, like just do it, and don't worry about others. Don't even worry about the people that's doing what you want to do. Like just focus on you because you bring your own uniqueness. Like I said, I've been watching pink car readings for a couple years, but I'm finally getting comfortable to do it. And I'm not gonna be like anybody else because this ain't even a full pick a card reading. This is just something I'm doing in the beginning. That's fun. It's entertainment. Like I said, I always get messages when I read these books. So I'm getting the message now, even though I wouldn't have chose PAL one. I'm still getting that message. So let me finish reading what it says so we can get to PAL two. It says, you may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. See, for me in 2018, like before I started my podcast, I would never get on here. Like I would never talk. I would dim my light. I knew I was special. I knew like there was something about me, but I would always dim my light. Like for whatever reason, I know I did it, but once I realized that that ain't what I supposed to be doing, I shouldn't dim my light for nobody. Then I was able to shine my light. I was able to open my mouth. I was able to use my talents and my gifts. And who know I'm great at speaking. So I stepped out of my comfort zone because for the longest time I would always be quiet. I would never ask for help. I would never do nothing. I would never speak my mind. I would just keep everything to myself, and that wasn't the way I was supposed to be, and that's not the way you should be. Like I said, it's time. Like uh, those who chose this power, time to step in your power. Honestly, so little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. So I probably missed a couple things. Let me go back. It says a person may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think, but with each passing day, it does become easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. So that's crazy because when I started my podcast, little by little, I started getting more comfortable just telling my story and just telling my perspective, and it started bringing in opportunities for me talking to uh, wealthy, healthy, incredible people, talented people. Like it, I've been able to have conversations with people in India, London, all over the world. NBA players, like artists, musical artists. Like I've talked to some of the greatest people, like just from starting my podcast, opening my mouth. So if whoever's listening to this, like whatever it is that you like, just do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, like I promise you, it's gonna work. So now we're gonna go to Pal 2. Oh, and before I go to Pal 2, let me read this last thing. It says, how are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in the world? So I ask you that question. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in the world? Me is by getting on YouTube. I always say I wouldn't do it, but look, here I am, and I'm trying to be consistent. So it's working out for me. Even though I'm not getting the views that I want, eventually, like if I stay consistent, I know it will work. Like I've seen plenty of blueprints. I like all I got to do is be as consistent as possible. So eventually, my numbers will grow. Eventually, those who need to hear me, they gonna hear me. They gonna reach my video. So it's all about frequency. People just got to turn that channel until they hear my voice, and then once they hear me, they know they're in the right spot. So now we're going to how to, and this is Star Ancestors. I would have chose how to. So it's got the pyramids of Giza. Y'all see that in the stars is pharaohs. Thoth is in the background. Y'all probably don't know who Thoth is, but that's the god of wisdom. His little beak and you know, I see Bastet, the goddess, the cat goddess. Of course, the stars again. Egypt. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. So let me find. It says the ancients knew much more than we do about our connection with the stars. Their pyramids, temples, and other places of worship created in precise alignment with the stars exist in all corners of the world. What if this ancient wisdom is available for you to uncover now? You're being called to think and listen with your ancient heart and soul, to tap into the part of you that remembers and knows all ancient secrets are worshipped forever in your ears. All mystic knowing blooms in your heart. All potent power pumps through your veins. You're being invited to step into your ancient knowingness, to be held by rememberings of the star ancestors, to look a little deeper. If you're feeling stuck, you're being called to do something different, to change your point of view. Creativity happens when we put together two things that don't belong, when we do the unexpected. So often, a creative solution is right in front of us, but because we think the same thoughts and act the same way, we miss what's in the open. So, like I said, I would have chose Pile to, but I've already tapped into the to that information. I've tapped into the ancient ancestors' wisdom. That's why I was able to recall some of the gods and goddesses on this card because I've studied ancient Egypt. I've studied what they studied. I don't believe in. I mean, I'm not a person who worships what they worship, but do know what they was doing. I do know what they was tapping into. So, and it works for me. And this card, I bet you there's one person or at least two people who chose all three of these because they all coincide. It seems. And I haven't even read the last card, but I know that coincides with this as well. So, but when it says creativity happens when we put together two things that don't belong. That's what I'm always creating. I'm always doing things that oh, who? This is a cybersecurity vlog, yet I'm mixing it with spirituality. So that's me being creative, like coming up with something that nobody else is doing. Nobody like that's me being the alchemist. And that's a book that I recommend that y'all check out. It's called The Alchemist. I can't recall the author's name, but it's a great book. And what's crazy is it's about the guy going to Egypt, and I'm not gonna ruin the book, but the guy goes to Egypt. So y'all should check that book out. It's on YouTube too, so you ain't gotta buy it, or you can go on Audible, download Audible. Like I'm not wait, Audible ain't paying me for this, so I'm not. This is still like I download Audible and I got a bunch of books on there. So and The Alchemist is one of them. But like the first 30 days, I think it's free, and you can get like your free you get your first book for free. So and that's for those who don't like to read. You can go get the book if you do like to read, if you like to have it in your hand. But me, I'm a person I like either way. I like audiobooks, I like the real book, ebooks, books. But let me finish reading this card. I mean this what this card says. It says you're here to remember and uncover ancient secrets and transmissions, technology and wisdom that are here so needed on the planet right now. See, technology and wisdom. I'm mixing technology with spirituality because even though people don't think they go together, technology and spirituality coexist with each other perfectly. Like, and that's why I'm able to like pick up so much in this class. I'm able to learn so fast in this class because it goes together with my who I am. So for those who chose Power Two, it's time to step in your power. It's time to start reading those books. Like you don't just read the Bible or whatever religion you came up in. Read everything and follow nothing. That's my great one of my greatest things I heard somebody say. It says read everything. Bobby Hemmett. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett. But it says repeat after me, please. It says I am ready to remember ancient mysteries and secrets from deep within. Because everything is from within. Like when you start getting on your self journey, not a spiritual journey, but that self journey, you're gonna realize everything comes from within you. It don't come from nothing out. Even though, like I said, read books, you're gonna be led to read the books like from within you. You probably or your ancestors, of course. Shout out to them. But that was Power 2. Now we're going. and not end the video, but we're gonna go with pile three. This is the Great Severing. Once again, this is another card that's in a desert, and I like these cards because it always remind me of me being in the right spot. I know I'm supposed to be in Las Vegas. Las Vegas remind me so much of Egypt. They even got the Luxor casino, and it's a pyramid. So let me read this. It says Mars energy, anger, conflict, soften to love. And this is, of course, in the desert. And the universe is in the background. I'm always, since I've been a kid, I've always been that kid that was stay looking into the sky, stay looking, staring at the stars. Even to this day, every time I go outside at night, I'm still staring at the stars. Says this is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It's here to bring the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. There are many things in our human experience that may make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long, we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for your acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When you're hurt, it's normal to close off your heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others in the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocent in all people, especially yourself. So, what I get out this card for those who chose file three, whatever it is that you're holding on to the past, it's time to let go. It's time to move forward. It's time to grow. It's time to heal and learn from whatever it is that you went through, whether it was somebody doing something to you or whatever. Like you made some mistakes you felt like, dang, you can't recover from. It's time to let it all go. I've been in a position where I was holding on to my past, know all the bad things in the past. You know what that made me manifest? More negative things because that's all I focused on. So it's time to move towards love. It's time to focus on not only loving other people, but loving yourself first. So whoever chose pile three, like it's time to heal. Like that's the only thing I can say right now. It's time to heal, it's time to let go, and it's time to focus on the good. Focus on the positive things in life. Focus on the not if something could go bad, but what if it can go right? Like that's the best thing. Like I don't look at the cup half empty. Don't even look at the cup half full. Look at it as it's both. The cup is both half full and empty. So uh, it's okay to have pessimistic views, but also have the views of an optimistic. Be able to see the from all angles to know like whatever you went through as a kid, it wasn't your fault. Like there was nothing you could do at the time for what happened to you. But I like to equate to what things that happened to me as a kid, like it all happened for my best. Like it all happens for the best thing for me. Life doesn't happen to me, it happens for me. So even the most negative things I went through, like it was only to benefit me in some way, whether I knew it back out. Of course I didn't know it was gonna help me or build something for the future when I was going through it, but as I got older and as I look back, I was able to see like even the worst situations I was in at the time, like it only helped me. It only benefited me. So that for those who chose pile three, It's time to sever with the past, whatever it is that hurt, whatever it is that those decisions you felt like you made, whatever it is that like you felt like you did wrong, or the choices you made, you felt like you made the wrong choices. Today is a new day. Like you can always choose to change your life. You can always choose to focus on the positive today. You can always choose to look at the bright side. And I don't even mean to be going too much in on for Power Three, but I feel like you here for a reason. Like you chose that path for a reason. It's a reason why I'm doing this first. But yeah, we gonna get into the video, or not the video. We've been doing the video, but I want to talk about as far as cybersecurity, like in my classes, like what I was going through Friday. I remember. I don't know if I told you. I did. That's the whole point of this vlog is telling you what I'm going through. But Friday class was so like I ain't gonna say it was hectic, but it was a lot of information. Like and it was like overload, and I couldn't like grasp it until later. Like I literally had a headache, and it wasn't like I wanted to give up. It was like, man, like this is too much. Like how can I? Like I was, it was too much. Like yeah, that's the best way I could put it. And then today, Monday wise, while I'm in class, it seemed like all that I was learning, like it clicked. It's not everything clicked, but what I was learning on Friday, like we had to do like a little homework on a weekend, like it was clicking when I left from it and came back to it with a fresh mind. Like when I left outside to walk the dog and I came back, or when I went to go play with the kids, like and I would come back to the homework every time it would make a little bit more sense. So what does that have to do with life? What I know that reminds me of something in life, some type of story. I don't know. Anyways, I'm still going strong. Like I'm still showing up every day on time. Like I'm even no matter how hard this stuff is, or no matter how much the information is, like I know like I love this because I'll be ready for class. Like when I get out of class, I'll be ready to learn. Like I'll be ready to get the answers wrong when the teacher be like, "Hey, who want to answer this question?" I'll be knowing like, man, I'll probably get this shit wrong, but I'm willing to learn. Like I'm gonna learn. Like he gonna just give me the answer after I get it wrong, but the teacher gonna know like I'm putting in effort. Like I make it known. Like I'm not just here to just be a student. Like just nah, because with the first thing they told us in this class, every day is an interview basically because the class we're in, it's only to put us in a job, like a different job. Like so when the people or those who are hiring, they're looking at students and the teacher who like gonna be able to say, oh, this guy was uh, always and he was always answering questions no matter if he was right or wrong. Like he was always paying attention, he was always trying to help. Like so I know what I'm doing, like everybody else ain't doing it in the class. Like I'm one of the ones who talk the most and I know the least in the class, but I know for a fact that's where my strengths uh, come in at. Like when I'm asking the teacher, "Oh, I don't understand this," like just being open enough to say that, not being ashamed to say, oh, "I don't understand what's going on." Like because when I was in college, I've been in college 4 times. I think it's the fifth time I'm in like I'm high school, so this is my last time. But when I didn't understand something, I would just like, okay, whatever. I wouldn't ask, I wouldn't say nothing, and I would always eventually like just drop out. I wouldn't even be failing in the class. That's the crazy part. Every time I would go to school, I would make the honor roll, but I would drop out because it would just be over, like it'd be too much, and then I get in my head. I'm like, why am I taking all these classes when these classes ain't gonna really benefit me for what I'm trying to do? So this cybersecurity, I don't have to really take math. I'm not taking math classes. I'm not taking English, language, art. I'm taking computer classes. So like I'm learning everything I need to learn, and this shit is hard. Like this shit it can be stressful to the average person, but I told myself I'm like I like a challenge. Like I know I love challenges. I know I love those stressful moments. I know like when I was on Friday. Even though I was stressed, I wouldn't say I was stressing, but even though I wasn't fully understanding everything, I was happy because I'm like, man, I'm sticking this shit through. Like I know I would have been like, old me would have been quit. I'd have been like, yeah, this is too much. But I know I can't get stay out this class knowing I'm gonna be on my computer, knowing I'm gonna be on my phone. And what I'm doing and what I'm learning is only teaching me like just what I need to know. Like it's teaching me how to protect myself. It's teaching me how to protect my family. Heck, it's teaching me how to like just be more aware of like what's really going on in the world. People don't understand how basically people are trying to scam you every single day of your life. Like if you got a phone, you got an email, you if you get on social media, like ads popping up, like people are trying to scam you every single day. And the worst way they get you is through technology, through the computer, because you store everything, you put everything on social media. You got your phone, you got every your bank account, social security probably stored somewhere on your phone. Like you everything is there. So just imagine if someone was to hack your stuff. Just imagine if you had pictures in your phone that you didn't want exposed, but somebody was able to hack it. Like so, me, even though I ain't got to worry about my pictures and nothing getting exposed, I still want to be able to protect myself. I still want to be able to feel like I'm good to a sense. But you can never, honestly, you can never really 100% protect yourself. Be honest, like you can never really 100% do it. For the simple fact, there's always somebody that is smarter out you. I mean, they're smarter than you. And if the person is a bad guy, he's a hacker and he wants your shit. Like, it don't matter how. Like you can set up as many firewalls and as many VPNs as you want. Person is gonna get what they want. But that's another discussion. And my whole thing is not to talk about the bad guy. But what I do realize, man, I'm joining the losing side. This cybersecurity, like even though it pay good money, when you look at it from the bad guy side, they getting paid way more. Just imagine you think you're getting a job, getting 100K a year. The person that's scamming, hacking people bank account, they getting paid millions in days. Like so, it's like it's hard for it ain't hard for me, but those thoughts be in my head like, I ain't gonna say because I don't want no like I don't want no job to see this YouTube like, hey, this guy's gonna be a bad guy in the future. But those we all have those. I'm pretty sure everybody that's in cybersecurity like had that thought. That's why so many bad guys. You know what the guy told like one of the teachers said? He said the reason why it's so many bad guys that's in cybersecurity is because they don't need no certifications, they don't need no degrees. But when you want a job, 100 making 100K, you gotta have like gotta take tests for it. But the bad guys, they could easily YouTube it. So I'm like, man, I'm positive minds only. I gotta stay like, thank God for having a positive mind only, because I could easily be like the bad guy, but that's not me. Like I said, I rather. That's why the FBI they paying 10 million to like find hackers and like these cybersecurity terrorists. Like so, if I focus on just being the best detective hacker, I can make 10 million a pop by finding these people. So like that's benefit. Honestly, I'd rather do that because it's legal. I ain't got to worry about spending my life in jail, prison. So that's what my true goal is. Not to tell y'all my goal, but like I do want to find like why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't you? Like if you knew you could learn about computers, you knew you could learn how to hack, you knew you could do this legally, get paid, and the FBI would pay you to like basically be a bounty hunter to these cybersecurity terrorists. So I mean, pretty sure it's pretty dangerous when you're dealing with some that type of stuff, that type of life. But it's way easier than like trying to be a police detective or FBI agent. Like I don't even want to be. I use Growing up, I used to be one. I wanted to be FBI so bad. Even to this day, I'm like, if I had the chance to join the FBI to be a secret agent, I would. Not to be like no police or nothing, or like nah, that's too local. I want something more worldwide. I want to be like honestly, I want to be CIA, FBI. I want to be like James Bond. So if I could be like James Bond in the tech side, bro, I don't mean I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna fun it. It's not gonna happen overnight. Of course, it's not gonna happen overnight. And I'm really at the beginning, so it's like, yeah, I got big ass dreams, but gotta get there first. I gotta make it past these 6 months. Well, less than 6 months now, but still, like to know, like I still got the love for it. I'm still showing up every day. I ain't stressed out. I'm still doing the work. Usually, I don't even be doing the homework. I'll wait forever to do it. But all I gotta keep telling myself is I gotta show up. That's all I gotta do is show up every day. All I gotta do, show up every day, because eventually everything is gone. Like because this stuff we're studying and we learn is a lot of very redundant. So it's they say it a lot so you can understand it. And then now when I watch a lot of movies, if they be talking everything they be saying, it be making sense now coming from a computer perspective or like just certain terms that they use. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know how long I was talking, but I don't even know if you guys stay to the end, but if you stay to the end, thank you guys. Love you, appreciate you, and make sure you put it in the comment which part you chose. And tell me if it resonated. Once again, peace. Yeah.